Hi, my name is Karan Dadav, and I'm the co-founder of Voss Technologies.
My name is Noah Page, and I'm also a co-founder here at Voss.
My name is Zev, and I'm the Chief Financial Officer of Voss Technologies.
10 months ago, when I first got my permit, I drove everywhere. One Saturday morning, I was driving with my dad to get breakfast at the local diner. On the way, I approached an intersection, looked up to see the light, and was unable to determine the state of the traffic light due to the sun shining right in my eyes. I assumed the light was green and went through. It was not. Thankfully, there was not an accident, although it did cause a couple of angry drivers to honk at me, as well as a very angry father. As harmless as the situation felt at the time, it got me thinking, if this happened to me in my mere 20 hours of driving up to that point, how often does this happen to the average driver who drives over 290 hours a year?
Here at Voss Technologies, we want to combine safety and efficiency through the use of breakthrough technology. And what we mean by this is we're going to be taking some of the most cutting-edge tech that you can find in industry and bringing it to our customers in the sake of safety. Now, we're working on real-world solutions for real-world problems. What we mean by this is that our products are not out of reach for your average customer in terms of cost or accessibility. We're creating retrofittable products that are easy to use that every customer can utilize for safety. Now, our mission at Voss is to help reduce the number of teen driver fatalities. As Karan mentioned earlier, this is clearly a big problem, and fortunately at Voss, we're working on solving this. Now, in the last decade, 9,000 people were killed due to red light running, which annually 165,000 people were injured due to red light running as well. Now, this totals a cost to society of $230 billion. Now, all of this encompassing together creates a large problem that we believe that we can solve at Voss.
After further research, we found that teen drivers between the ages of 13 and 19 were over 3 times as likely to die behind the wheel. In 2018 alone, over 2,400 teens were died in an accident. We also found that 292,000 teens were treated in emergency rooms for driving-related accidents. And although teen drivers are only 6.5% of the driving population, they make up over 14.9% of total motor vehicle accidents due to their driving behaviors.
Now, our proposed product is the Driver's Deputy. It is a dashboard-mounted device with a camera and built-in computer that can analyze the state of oncoming traffic lights. Now, the Driver's Deputy sits on the dashboard and detects traffic lights to determine their color. If the light is red or yellow, it begins to monitor the speed of the driver. It then produces a weekly report for parents on how the driver's performance was, using data statistics such as the acceleration at certain red lights, as well as how well the driver is behaving behind the wheel. Now, it connects to the phone through Bluetooth, and it monitors the speed and location of the user, and generates that data in part with the parental report.
So we noticed we have a couple competitors out in the field. We have the GM Teen Driver, which is a new product that is put into every new GM car. Ford MyKey, similarly put into every new Ford car. And Life 360, which is an app on your phone that parents can use to monitor their teens driving. We looked at 4 different criteria points: whether or not it monitors your speed, monitors how you do at red lights, creates parental reports, and can be used with any car, past or present. With the Driver's Deputy, we can do all 4 of these things. With the GM Teen Driver, while it does monitor your speed and creates a parental report for your parents to know how fast you drive, it cannot monitor how you do at red lights, nor can it be used in older cars or cars that aren't GM. Similarly, the Ford MyKey cannot be used in older cars or cars that aren't Fords. However, they do monitor speed but do not create the parental report or monitor red light driving. Finally, the Life 360 creates parental reports and can be used with any cars. It's an app on your phone. However, it cannot monitor speed or monitor red lights. Right now on the market, the Driver's Deputy is the only driver monitor that can monitor red lights in addition to everything else.
Ultimately, our device would help give a peace of mind to the parents of teenagers, knowing that their loved ones are in safe hands with our product. Our product would help reduce crashes and fatalities, and ultimately save lives. And lastly, our product assists teen driving and makes them better drivers in the future.
So our target market is the parents of teen drivers. So we looked at the map of the United States, and the lighter the color, the worse the teen drivers are in that state. The worst teen drivers in our country are up in the Great Plains states of Wyoming, Montana, North, South Dakota, and Nebraska. However, population is very sparse up there and is primarily rural, so we decided not to start there as a target market. However, down the south, Alabama, Mississippi, and Florida also have absolutely terrible teen drivers. So we decided to start our business down in Florida, move up through the south into Alabama, Mississippi, South Carolina, and then move up into those Great Plains states where the drivers are truly terrible. So we did a survey of 150 Floridian parents of teen drivers, and then those 150 teen drivers as well. 84% of parents said they did not own any teen monitoring technology. 92% said they were very interested or moderately interested in having not just any teen monitoring product, but also our teen monitoring product. 77% said their teen has demonstrated risky behavior in the past, and 53% said their teens had actually been in crashes. When it comes to the Floridian drivers, the teen drivers, 71% said they constantly worry about crashing, and 83% said they're highly interested or moderately interested in our product. Now the 3 asterisk indicates that we explained our product then without the parental report component because most teens don't want their driving reported to their parents. And finally, 16% said they felt perfectly confident in their driving abilities.
So looking at our distribution model, our product's going to be sold online through both our website and other online retailers such as Amazon. We plan on selling in stores as well through big box retailers such as Best Buy. The important thing to note here is that we're not going to be going for the number of big box retailers, but rather the few that we do select, we're going to be paying top dollar for good shelf space in order to reach the most amount of customers. Our product's manufactured in China, and we're currently in the works with a few different Chinese manufacturers in order to get high volume, low pricing for our products, or for the components that are going into our product. And lastly, we plan on shipping and selling in the United States.
So our business model is to sell wholesale to retailers at $65 with a total retail price of $99 with a couple optional add-ons of family geolocating, be able to track where your whole family is, and having parents be able to set geo-boundary settings where they get a notification anytime the teen left that boundary. We're working with Progressive and Geico to offer insurance discounts when our product is utilized in a car. We estimate our product has a lifespan of about 4 years, which means that parents with younger children would have to buy the product again after that 4-year time. And it does not have the ability to be updated in and of itself, however you could buy a more updated model. We have 6 key assumptions with our financials. The first is the first month we estimate we can get 1,000 visitors to our website. From there we'll grow at a rate of 5% for 2 years and then 2% every subsequent year, staying with industry standards. Our production cost is roughly $48.35. We'll be using Alibaba to supply our raw materials, and we're working with a couple of different Chinese manufacturers to actually build and ship the product. Our visitor sale conversion rate is about 7%, just sticking with industry averages. Our average monthly budgeting is $3,500 a month for the first 2 years, and then dropping down to 10% of revenue. Finally, we estimate that 80% of sales will be done in those retailers, and 20% will be direct on our website. So our key numbers are outlined on the side in case you forget them, but this is a chart of our estimated financials. Year 1, we estimate a loss of about $26,000, and according to this, we should have a profit of about $5,000 by year 2. Now these numbers are very subsequent to change because pricing can change, raw materials can change, salaries, etc., etc. The other important thing to note is our customer acquisition cost. Year 1, it'll be about $47, which is incredibly high as we're just building into the market. However, by year 3, that should drop to about $7, which is incredibly good for our industry.
So our team, as I introduced myself earlier, my name is Noah Page. I'm going to be the CTO here at Avos. And Karan Yadav is going to be our COO. And as Zev has already mentioned, he's our CFO. Now, we've had the opportunity to work with a lot of awesome, influential key people within our area, and Mr. Kevin Smith is our capstone advisor. He's been very helpful in providing a lot of different insight in both the business and the engineering perspectives of our product, as well as we've had the opportunity to work with 2 different RPI students, Cameron Wilhelm and Brian Marr, who have been majoring in, respectively, hardware and software development, and are going to be helping us throughout the course of our product development.
We'd like to thank you for giving your time and attention today, and would like to open the floor to any questions.